Boom! What's up, you guys? I was actually gonna maybe not make a video today, but then I got in the car and I feel like maybe there's something I should say. So, anyways, discipline. What is it? Obedience, right? Submission. Anyways, so, I think the Father is like looking down on you, and He's looking down on me. And I tell you, the most important thing I ever prayed, which was, Father, I may never be all that you've called me to be. I may never be able to be the man. Like, I may never get that far. I may never be able to be everything you call me to be. But if you send me back, this is when I got blown up and I thought I was dead. If you send me back, I will go so hard in the pain. I'll go as hard as I can. And I got a chance to come back into my body, and for everyone else, it was like 4 seconds or whatever that I was out. For me, it was like I had a whole experience. Now, for me, now living my life with this gift of understanding the regret of death, like, which is this thing that comes over you when you start to realize you're dying, or when you think it's a wrap. And it's really powerful. It's the deepest sorrow I ever felt in my entire life, which was like, oh my gosh, that was it. It's over. It's so final. It's so strong. It's just over. Like, it's an unfathomable finality. And, I think that all things are made to serve, that all things God's given us are made to serve. So I allow myself a healthy amount of fear, because I think fear is the most motivating energy and emotion in the world. It is. And so I allow myself fear. I would say fear is the most powerful emotion as an ignition, right? As an ignition. Fear is like a spike. Like, it just gives you that, that you need, that sharpness that you need. Yeah, man. I push, dude. I push because I'm afraid, because I know what it's going to feel like when, like, the curtains are closing and I'm like, oh man, I don't want to feel that again. I don't want to feel, oh man, like, did I go as hard as I could? Did I keep my promise? I'm not going to feel that again. But I share this with you guys constantly because I want you guys to realize, like, whether it's a car accident later on today, or whatever medical thing later on, and decades from now, that moment's coming when you're going to instinctively, in your heart of hearts, know, like, oh man, like, did I go hard? Like, did I go hard in the paint? Like, did I get after it, or did I just play it safe? And I never say these things ever, man. I hope you guys can see my heart. I never say these things to shame anybody. Like, we all are dealing with so much programming and so much failure in such important parts of our life, right? And so this is why I point people to the Heavenly Father, is because, as men, whose dad was a good man? You know what I mean? Like, whose dad was exemplary and was, the one that, you know what I'm saying? So, these are the types of things that, like, we all have to get over, you know what I'm saying? You raised with your mom. Whose mom was perfect, bro? The beautiful and scary thing about parents and parenting is just simply that, like, they're all just doing the best they can. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty. The scary thing about parenting is we're all just doing the best we can. You know what I'm saying? And the best we can is human, right? It's not perfect. We all need Jesus. And so that's kind of the whole, we're dealing with programming from that, and we're dealing with programming from society that we're also trying to get over simultaneously, man. So it's like super no joke whatsoever. And it's just the reality that we all get to where we are in, like, these broken down states with like these people that are also broken down, teaching you what's normal, teaching you what's right. And, like, if you really want to be successful, you're literally gonna have to rearrange this whole cookie burger up here, bro. Like, you're gonna have to be like, okay, that was weak bull crap. Okay, that was a projection from his or her past based on their past traumas. That's, like, not accurate. Like, it might be cool to protect you if you're a 4-year-old, like, little kid getting abused by grandma and grandpa, but, like, that's not a rule I should live by. And then like, okay, cool, this is my own baggage from that time I got raped in the car when you know what I mean, like, and you're gonna have to like rewrite these programs so that they can help you become successful. Okay, this is just my ego trying to protect my fragile identity, because in this area I haven't really flushed out who I am, so I'm rejecting this information because it's gonna force me to look at myself and do the hard work. Okay, so there's all this work that needs to be done, and God's sitting up there, I think, you know, he's like, yo, I gave my son this shot, like I gave him this many years, I put him down there, and he's got to work all these equations, and he's watching you, man, and he's counting on you. And I think that a lot of us are just scared, dude, and we're hiding and we're sleeping in because we're scared and it feels good, and we're like kids, we're like feral children, dude. You know, we're sitting there playing Bejeweled on our cell phones, we're doom scrolling, and the world becomes so much more corrosive and aggressive and amazing at enslaving and conditioning humans better than it's ever been before. And so, you know, this is kind of why I talk about like these spiritual disciplines that are like massive pattern disrupts. You know, it's like, okay, cool, what's Satan's number one of his top weapons? Food, homie. I don't care what the statistics show you, we all know that food's gonna kill more people this year than anything. Like anything and everything. How many of those health issues, medical issues were brought about by food, homie? What was one of the first things that Satan used against Adam and Eve? Claire, food, homie. Food and religion, right? Eat this fruit. And when Eve looked at that fruit on that tree and saw that it was like it describes the fruit as if it was enticing and beautiful to eat and good to eat and would give you knowledge and wisdom. Like the fruit was sexy, you know what I'm saying? And then when it goes into and then of course the next thing is always religion. If you do this, you'll be good enough. If you do this, if you eat this fruit, then you will be like God, which is religion, which is not what Christianity was supposed to be. That was supposed to be relationship. It's what God originally did when he put them in the garden. He was like, yo, check this place out, it's dope, I created it for you. You can kick it here. You're in charge of everything. You don't even know what sin is. You don't even know what evil is. So like you can't even be wrong in this place. You're just going to do good stuff and it's going to be awesome. But I'm going to give you a choice because I'm actually a loving God who doesn't want you to be here if you don't want to be here. You know? And I know what you're going to do. So I already have a plan to fix it. But, you know, choose ye this day life and death, blessing, cursing. I hope you choose life, right? He's looking at us and he's counting on us, and he gave us this experience to manifest his glory through the decisions we're making and who we ultimately become. And he has a task of really literally creating little G's down here that are going to continue. The reason the world's in so much pain is because it's captured by the system of the world. The reason that Earth and humanity is in so much pain is because so much of it is operating by the system of the world. The world is a system. The Earth is a place. Christians, those who are here that follow Jesus Christ, who brought a kingdom, if you actually read what he says, the whole time he's saying the kingdom of heaven is here. The kingdom of heaven is like a pearl. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field. The kingdom of all he's talking about the whole time, he doesn't like lead anyone to Jesus. Like he doesn't say like, say the Lord's Prayer with me right now. Like not one time does he do that. He's literally there the whole time being like, yo, check it out. The kingdom of heaven is like, and so everyone's like, you know, him who has ears to hear, let him hear. Like if you have the spirit of truth in you and you can pick up the vibration of truth, if you have the spirit of truth, you'll recognize the spirit of truth. Words are spirit and life. So like when I speak the spirit of truth, people that have the ability to pick up that frequency, that have that antenna, it's gonna resonate with them. So like if you have ears to hear, let him hear, you know, what I'm about to say to you. And he's like, the kingdom is like, and then the disciples are like, yo, how come when you talk to us, you just talk straight, but when you talk to them, you talk in riddles and codes and parables and stuff. You don't just tell them straight up what it is. And he's like, because if they hear and understand, he's like, I don't want them to know. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's not for the Jesus would never. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So, you know, you study it for yourself. Help me read it in red. Don't be mad at Byron. Go read your own Bible for your own self. You know what I'm saying? Like, church is a supplement, player. Church is a supplement. You're supposed to have your own relationship. You're supposed to be a man who can divide the word and understand, a workman that needeth not ashamed, able to rightly divide the word of truth. You know what I'm saying? But you guys over here being dependopotamuses on your freaking pastors and people that are also imperfect, you know, to get all of the revelation in your life. And it's literally not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to be relationship, bringing the fruit of your relationship to the body of Christ, to the presence, and to church. But anyways, that's a side jibby. But the point is, man, I really genuinely believe that God's up there and he's watching us and he's counting on us to demonstrate his glory and to be the sons of God. The Bible says the whole world is reeling and awaiting, urgently like awaiting the sons of God to be revealed, to put everything back in check. And so this is the game, man, and this is the glory we're supposed to be manifesting. But if you're distracted by titties on Facebook, yeah, I said it, and if you're distracted by you know, food that's going to kill you earlier and make it so your antenna's all fuzzy and you can't even, you know, and you're so beat down by all the freaking endocrine disruptors and BPAs and estrogen they're putting in everything, like, you know, how good is your antenna going to work? If you're distracted by things that literally don't matter because you're psychologically tethered to this realm, you know, of the system, to the system of the world. Like, I'll tell you one thing, like this last year, God was like, yo, start talking about me on the platform, start giving them the gift, you know, like the real thing that powers you and the only valuable thing, player, you know. And I was like, okay, check, roger that, like, let's go. And I started talking about Jesus on here, and my followers just start dying, bro. We drop in thousands. People jumping ship. You know, like, I don't know, bro. I've been building this asset since 2011. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I know people, you know, it's like, I love my God, and he's the only person that's ever, like, been legit in my life, ever. Like, not my mommy, not my daddy, not nobody. Because why? People are people, that's why. So, you can't be mad at them, bro. You just gotta try to, you know, be the Jesus version of yourself so you don't fail as many people, and you still don't fail people. But anyways, so, I gotta wrap it up with this because I gotta get to work, but, yeah, man, and I started watching everybody jump ship. I started watching, like, all my followers leave. You know, I started listening to people in the comments like, yo, your brand is dying, homie. And I remember, and it's really, I almost want to make sure you guys understand I'm saying this with humility because it could sound kind of arrogant. But I remember literally being happy in my heart, you know. I remember being like, wow, Father, like, what an opportunity. Now, mind you, this is during, like, the hardest year of my life. I'm getting damaged. I'm taking mad damage. God's good. He's showing me how strong he is by letting me be arrested in a place where I can't fight certain battles because I don't have the technology and understanding. So he's making me build these tools, right? So it's super dope. Scared, uncharted territory, scared every day, all the time, walking by faith at the same time. Anyways, so I'm sitting here and I'm watching my followers, and God's like, keep blasting, keep talking about me, keep talking about me, keep talking about me. And it made me happy in my heart because it was like this chance to show him I ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was this chance to show him, like, yo, look, I don't care, bro. Like, I know that what I have is because of you, and I don't care. I because it's one thing, like, you know, coming from a combat background, you see a lot of cats out there that are like, yeah, when we get there, when we're fighting the enemy, it's gonna be like this, and I'm gonna be like this, and then you find yourself in these combat situations where it's like, oh, they're shooting, oh, you know, we're fighting, oh, there's a safe distance to fight from, we're taking cover, and then one of the senior Marines is like, let's go, and you're like, and ninjas are like in there, like they're in the, you want us to go in there, like they're for sure in there, like they're in there. That's very dangerous. And like, you don't know who's who until it's time, player, until it's time, player. Anyways, so then, you know, it was like, finally, like, I get a chance. You know, I've been planning to be a martyr since I was 6 years old. I get a chance to show God, like I ain't no punk, bro. I told you, Father, I told you I was gonna ride with you. I told you this stuff doesn't matter to me. I told you anything you give me, I will give back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can all leave. You can all leave. You know what I mean? And I remember being like, I remember it made me happy. I was like, I will take damage for my God all day long. Like, what else do you have? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if I can follow nobody anymore who ain't throwing up no signs, and I don't know who they serve. You know what I mean? Like if you still silent and I got you know, middle-aged, naked, hairy dudes walking down the middle of cities, you know, with their junk out in front of 4-year-olds, and you can't talk about Jesus on your platform? Like, I don't know, bro. Maybe you're soft. You know, the Bible hates to talk about how he hates cowards. Like, the number one command in the Bible is fear not. Like, when it talks about people that won't inherit the kingdom of heaven, the first person on the list is cowards. Like, I just want you to make it. You know what I'm saying? So you say, I don't know, you know? So, you know, I remember, and then they shut my whole freaking platform off. I don't know, some of you guys might remember it, but BYRON was gone for a while. BYRON died, you know what I'm saying? And I remember, you know, that morning I woke up and they shut down all 5 of my pages, all of them. I was like, Father, wow, like that whole Count It All Joy. I remember just being like, you know, like, I know God told me what to do. I know I was doing it. So this is righteous. This is counted as righteousness, man. And it was actually kind of nice having a break for a little while, you know? And God worked, man. And I remember, you know, talking about not letting things become that God, making sure you never let the things God gives you become idols. So you end up worshiping the woman he gives you, the title he gives you, the position he gives you, the blessing, the car, whatever the blessing is. That's what humans do. That's what we do. We end up generally turning the blessings he gives us into idols, and then we have to lose them and get recalibrated. And I remember being like, man, I think I really passed that test because, you know, he gave me this platform and I used it for him, and then like it died. And then right then, dude, I got a notification that all my profiles got turned back on. Real talk. I think I was mid-podcast, maybe with Steven or Maury when this happened. Anyways, I love you guys. I gotta get to work. You know, we gotta crush them. We gotta crush enemies today. But just want to give you guys this. Hope you're good. Bam. Let's go. Oh wait, no, right here. Love you. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God.